amazing. It's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vanderkrant in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vanderkrant in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride, whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride.
ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson offline.
Is green, green, green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to turn it to 2. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
amazing. It's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Water. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to snip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Bruce Tannock and Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see if we get a good run. Dodds just absolute thinker, but it's a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SRW TV. And welcome into the Warren and Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship here for round 5 of season 4 of 2024. Out at Mobility Resort Motegi here for the East Circuit as we go racing around for a sprint round here this evening. I'm your host, Hamish Munro, joined as always by Stephen Sinkovic. Sinker, we had a little bit of chaos on Tuesday night around here, not as much as what we may have expected. With the faster boys on track, we could be in for something quite special here this evening.
Yeah, the boys never seem to. I mean, they shock us every Sunday. We think, oh, how awesome was Tuesday night, and these guys, not as big a field. I mean, the massive field tonight, but just the quality of the field, the pace in the field is just amazing, mate. The things that these guys do with cars, it's a mind-boggling, mate. I wish I could drive 1/10 of some of these drivers.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like they are at the top of their game, and some of them, the pace that they can get out of this supercar is absolutely ridiculous. Now, at this point in the championship, Blake Warboys leads the way still, Sinker, after a strong run in the first couple of rounds. But James Scott is hot on his tail, as well as Troy Stonestreet, Angus Lawford, Ryan Leonage. Now, Scott has dropped down the order a little bit after missing a couple of rounds. He did have a good chunk of points, but now it's becoming a WKMP SimSport show at the front end of town. Now, Lawford and Leonage, they're right there. Same with Doble and Mole, but Warboys is having such a strong run this season, he could just continue his form and continue on his way to a championship here on the Sunday nights.
It's true, mate. He came in saying, "Oh, I wasn't going to be able to do all of it, and things were going to be tough, and things are happening around home and real world life," and he's actually managed to make it after some. Sandown and Bathurst and all these big long enduros, and he still managed to get his bum in the seat and do laps and that, and it's doing well for him, and he's there for the taking at the moment. He's doing really well.
I don't think he's missed a round thus far, ironically, after
claims
at the start of the season. David Simmons and Matty Parker on the chat with us as well. Great to have you guys here joining us for Motegi here this evening. Now, this circuit, I've had a chance to call a couple of races this week around this track, Sinker, and one of them was completely chaotic and an absolute barn burner. Tuesday night, we had some chaos. We had a little bit of controversy here or there, but it was pretty good. We had some good battling mixed in with a couple of crashes. My hope now is we get the perfect combination of both, where we get some absolute explosions and fireworks out there, but we get some really cool storylines to go through throughout both races this evening.
I think it's going to be an absolute pearl. I mean, I've just noticed lobbies in there as well. So we've got a very, very fast grid tonight, mate. There's some absolute weapons out there, and then there's people that have been driving really well of late. Harry Dodds' his form has got a bit better. His pace is a bit more consistent. So you're looking at people like himself. Will Brown has been doing really well. Mickey Clifton has been a bit of a surprise too. For a guy that stepped up to a Sunday sess, he's actually handling his own out there as well.
Yeah, he is. He's getting some good performances for himself. He's not challenging for the championship as of yet, but he is really starting to find some pace and find some consistency as well. You mentioned the big names though, Leonage, Warboys, Scott, and Lobby. I mean, Stone Street's out there too. So we've got all of our fast drivers out there, as well as Lawford, Doble. I mean, there are some proper quick boys in here who are ready to battle it out for some race wins here this evening. Hope no safety car like Thursday night. The safety car on Thursday, Sinker there, I'm lost for words at the safety car that I saw last night from Bets on Thursday. It was very chaotic.
Oh, last night
to
in
say the
Bets?
least. Yeah, to say the least, it was incredibly chaotic. We'll just call it a massive pile up at turn 1 under safety car. It was.
Oh no.
It was.
Oh no! Look, these things happen. It is what it is. Practice is just finishing, so the boys are going to coming out soon for their qualies. Look, tonight we are giving away, all right, Warren and Bound pry bars. All right, we're giving away SRW gloves. We're giving away some work gloves of Warren and Brown, and tonight we're going to give away a gun sort of style soldering kit from Warren and Brown tools as well. So that's well over $200 worth of package to give away. Reach out, share it, let your friends know, let your family know that there's prizes to be won tonight, and get in there and like and subscribe.
Well, I've already got a good one because we got to get rid of this soldering kit. We've been trying to give it away for weeks now, and we haven't been able to.
I've got 5 of them, I think, to give away. So it's like, dude, every time we get to the pointy and the race gets really ahead of us, and it's like, whoa, we missed it again.
I feel like we kind of have to give away the soldering iron kit first, especially whilst the qualifying is getting underway and a lot of the cars are out on track. So I have.
Oh, here's one.
Yeah.
People that pick the pole sitter, right, go into a little competition of their own. How's that sound? For the iron.
What if none of them? What if none of them pick the pole sitter?
We'll start again.
Okay. So everyone, put your guesses in for the pole sitter. If we have multiple people who give the same answer and they're all correct, we'll do a wheel spin and we'll pick off the wheel spin who wins the soldering iron. So put your picks in. Who you think's going to get?
Or we'll do like a real easy question, and the first one out of those people to pick it gets it as well. So we've got a couple of things up our sleeve. We've got plenty of time tonight to have a bit of fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll give away some stuff.
I've got plenty of on-brand. I mean, I was supposed to do pub quiz during the graveyard shift of the 23 Hours is Older. The closest I got was picture round. See, I never got to ask any questions because I had nothing to give away. So people are putting the names in the chat though. Lad's saying don't pick Rehan because he's not doing quali. So Luke may want to rethink his choice of picking Rehan. We'll let you have another choice there.
There's 22 in the session already, plus Facebook, so that's excellent. Thank you all for joining us on a beautiful Sunday in Melbourne and a heat wave in Queensland, I'm hearing.
Yeah, apparently it's been quite toasty up in Queensland as of recent, so hopefully if anyone's up there, they're keeping nice and cool, keeping nice and safe as well. Dodsy's out at the moment trying to set himself some laps here in qualifying. Just seeing we also have Mr. Warboys' camera as well, so I'll connect that to the stream too.
Is he wearing his SRW gloves?
That's
what I'm going to see.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Depends if he's actually got them yet.
He has some short ones. He is wearing his SRWs, I think.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'm still gonna reach out to everyone that got them. I want some feedback on them and things like that. And, Mr. Scott's just gone 2-3 purples. He's aiming for the top end. Billy Mole, 119.749. Go, Billy.
James Scott.
Coleman up in the top 6. Scott's the top. I tell you what, mate, we got some boys that are really capable of doing some really good laps as well. Like, don't forget Coleman's a decent driver as well. But Vizzy's out there as well tonight. Vismar. Mulford's been doing some good laps. Billy Mole, Brad Doble, Lawford. Just look at those. And Stacey Boyd has been doing some great times as well of late too. So, mate, some of these boys that are in the mid part of the pack could be a bit of a surprise at the top pointy end of the race.
Yeah, they really could. As everyone waited for drivers to set their first times to put their guess in of James Scott. So we'll see if it's an accurate prediction. Could be Warboys who does it, and then only Super Crusher is right, and he's just absolutely cleaning up thanks to Warren and Brown at this point.
He's already won 3 prizes, Super Crusher.
I know.
So he's the last slot he won was another pair of work gloves. So I've given him the choice of if he wanted to have the SRW gloves, the sim gloves, and he said yes, sure thing. So tomorrow after tonight, I'll be doing all of this week's prizes as the round finishes and getting them all out. So yeah, anyone who wins tonight, we'll get them shipped out in the next race.
Matty Parker making the claim that Harry Dodds looks like a serial killer. That's quite an interesting comparison, Matty. I'm sure Doddsy loves to hear that.
Oh, Matty.
Boyd has got some good pacing though. He's at a 19.5, but I mean he'd have to do faster than an 18.8 to get past Scott, which could be quite a struggle for the Nova Sim Sports driver. But he has got some good pace about him. Put the whole lap together. Lawford's there as well. He did pole vets on Thursday for Split 2, did Mr. Boyd. But I have to wonder if he's got an 18 in him to get past James Scott. That's going to be the challenge. Just got a debutant out there as well. Ryan Mueller is out on track with us tonight. He's currently in P24 on debut.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Still people registering to drive. It's like I keep people messaging me, oh, can I get a subscription? And I said, yeah, of course you can. But look, we're halfway through the season, and really the only gaps that we have left are Sundays and a little bit on maybe Thursday nights. But definitely the Legends on a Friday, and people are still going through it and coming in. And so I think there's something like 5 or 6 new drivers this week alone.
Yeah, everyone is signing up across the board. A lot of drivers are actually also kind of testing the waters with some other series that they haven't driven previously in SRW as well. Obviously, Brandon Levins started racing on the Wednesday nights now. As James Scott, on board with Stacey Boyd, James Scott is on all purple, so he's looking to go faster yet again. Here, between himself and the rest of the field, he's the only driver to get into the 118s. As of just yet is James Scott, who's coming up towards the final corner, and he looks like he's going to improve that 18.8 once again around on this lap. There's an 18.6. That's a massive lap from James Scott.
Yeah, what boys is getting there? He's got that last one down to a 110. It's not too far off. You know what? He probably hasn't practiced. What did he say last week? He just bought the track. I think the last 2 tracks he's just bought the track.
I feel like he would
Street.
already own Motegi.
Yeah.
Anthony Risman, he's P7 in the session. He's in behind Billy Mole and ahead of Choice Stone Street at this stage. He's on a 1:19.9, so still some time to be gained for the Accelerate Sim Racing driver if he hopes to make his way further and further up the order. Andrew Cowan, as I said, a poor time tonight, 1:20.79. Could probably go a little bit faster, but not too bad out there. Lobby and Leonage both starting at the back, as well as Dylan Gray, who has a rear of grid here this evening. Sinker, as Ryan Mueller's now found himself up into P23. Jaden Green returning to the series up into P19 across that last lap.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a spell away with his work. So at least tonight, Angus has got someone to support him. My boy, Mr. Levin. Where is he?
P10 at this stage.
P10 at this stage. Messaged me and goes, "Oh, who's out on track tonight with the boys?" Because most nights is like 8 of them. And tonight's the only night where he's on his own. He's going to have to wait till round 7 till Jamie Davis's work schedule changes, and he'll be allowed to race on Sunday nights. So up until then, he's going to be a lonely boy. But you know what? He does all right when he's on his own as well. He's not one of those guys who likes to have a lot of noise around him. So the discord with drivers around him is something a bit new.
Also got Billy Mole inside the top 10 sinker. He's up into P6 at this stage, 1:19.7. He's got about 1.5 tenths back to Anthony Visma in behind him. So a bit of pace over or under Brad Doble. I just saw a car go off the side there. Was that Andrew Cowan?
Cowan and Mueller are off the track at the moment.
Yeah, it was Cowan. I thought I saw someone straight line the corner. It's very odd from Cowan.
he's been up and down a bit this season, hasn't he? He hasn't had the smoothness as he had the season before.
I think he's come down. He's been a bit unlucky, it seems.
Yeah, probably the new rig is not something that's really helped him either. So it's probably something that's battling him a bit.
Got just under 5 minutes left in qualifying. Will Brown finds himself at the back end of the top 10, but he is inside the 10 at the moment. He's got Harry Dodds not too far for his lap time. He's got not too much time to gain to get past Choice Stone Street as well. Brandon Levin's now been dropped down a couple of spots ever since we last checked in with him. Michael Schroeder's in P13. Doddsy now finds himself inside the top 5. Good gain from him. Even a 119.58. He's Bismuth inside the 5 as well. So there's a good little spread of skill level here, Sinker, and a good little spread of these drivers across the whole timing tower at this stage, but it is all being controlled by James Scott at the top with a 118.6 for Lobs Esports at this moment in time.
Yeah, look at that. It's interesting. And then you've still got people like Rian, who's not, and Lobby, who's not setting a time. I don't know about Lobby's playing games again, or is he? Did he get rear of grid? Who got the rear of grid? Someone had the rear of grid.
Dylan Gray has a rear of grid.
Dylan Gray. I don't know why Lobby's not. Leonard is probably still getting in the rig, but I don't know why Lobby hasn't set a time yet. He's out there now. If he's going to play the game he played last week, where he wants to start from the back, he's going to be giving himself at the pace of the boys that's out there at the moment.
He's going to give himself one lap set a time. That's what it seems. Could be major pressure on Darren Lobb. Jaden Green now finds himself P12 after an improvement on that last lap. 119.97 for the Simrigs entry of Project 36. At the back, Blake Urquhart's just outside the top 19 cars. He is inside the top 20 and P20 at the moment. As he improve on this lap, he's got 2 greens and an orange. Goes orange again in the 4th sector. Goes a 120.18, puts him up to P17, so that's a good gain there from Urquhart. It's not Coleman, Randall, Dooley and Daly down a couple of pegs as Coleman is back out on track.
Time seems to be, oh yeah, Dooley's got himself a bit of a, Mulford as well. What's the track tip at there at the moment, mate?
23 degrees, so still prime conditions. Not too bad. So it's not overly hot. Shouldn't be too skatey. And I would assume the majority of these drivers have a nice, steady setup on their car as well. Now that we have got 2 minutes to go, anyone who's in the pit lane cannot get out fast enough to set another time in qualifying, being that it is a sprint round. So James Scott, Blake Warboys, Will Brown, Jaden Green, Troy Dooley, Trav Daly, Jack Andrews, Andrew Cowan can now no longer set times in this session. Neither can Leonage. Lobb is out on the road though, and he's starting. Oh, this will be his only attempt in this session for qualifying, so it's a one-lap
He might just
dash.
make it, eh?
He might. He's got a minute and a half to get back to the start-finish line to finish off this lap. Should be plenty of time for Lobby. We'll see if he actually puts the quali time in, or if he's just playing some games and is just trying to see what his relative pace is before he maybe starts the back end of the field through 4 and 5. Up towards turn 6 for Darren Lobb. Who we know, he pulled off a bit of a masterstroke last week, Sinker. He had some great pace. He was unfortunate.
Ooh, crikey, whoa! Did you see that on my bottom screen?
I did not.
Michael Schroeder straightened it into the wall. Came bouncing back on the track just about. Whoa. Damn. Should I rewind that for you?
I'll find it.
Don't know if we want that on screen.
What's happened to Michael Schroeder?
Like it was, it looked like it was a fail of some sort because it just went. What's this?
Ooh.
The grass is the whole way.
Oh my god!
The car was going nowhere.
That is
See how long he was braking for
that's
here?
a
Just
wild
no
rollover.
control of that thing. Whoa. That's a
wild.
crazy one. That
Lobby's-
from my angle on the bottom one was crazy. Oh.
So Lobby's playing game, Sinker. He's crossed the line, but the time hasn't counted. So he's playing
Oh,
games.
he wants to go to the back. Well, that's
Yeah.
okay. If he wants to go to the back, he can go to the back. He's going to be out there. Maybe he'll team up with. Oh, he's got his teammate down there as well. Oh no, Vela is a Vela races with Leonardo, doesn't he? Yes, with the Phoenix boys.
Well, James Scott has taken pole, so Laz and Stephen Banks are the only ones to guess James Scott.
Hope you liked them, Dodgy. I saw them in the. I could just see the gloves on you in your cam. I hope they do you well. Okay.
Mr.
so
Leonage
the
has
boys down
won
in the-
himself, Sinker, a soldering iron.
Who did?
Laz Leonage.
Oh, well, there you go, mate. There you go. We've given one away. Finally, we didn't get too excited through the show and miss out on it. So well done, Laz. I'll get that shipped out to you, mate. It's a very handy tool.
I just did the wheel spin. I have taken a screenshot to prove that I did do the wheel spin, and that Laz won the wheel spin between himself and Stephen Banks. Starting grid though for race number 1 here this evening. James Scott will start on pole position. Ahead of Blake Warboys on the front row of the grid, Angus Lawford, Stacey Boyd on the second, with Harry Dodds, Anthony Visma on the third. Brad Doble and Brandon Levin will make up the top 8 cars on the road, with Troy Stone Street and Billy Mole for the top 10. Tim Mulford, Will Brown, they'll make up the top 12 here this evening. As we just quickly scroll back through the rest of the order, Jaden Green, Michael Schroeder for the top 14, Troy Dooley, Mick Clifton on the 8th row, Mark Out and Blake Urquhart for the top 18, David Coleman, Shane Randall for the top 20, Trav Daly, Jack Andrews, Andrew Cowan, Ryan Mueller for the top 24 cars. It's then Steve Vella, Rehan Leonage, Dylan Gray, and Darren Lobb at the back end of the field. And they will be trying to make as quick of a getaway as they possibly can.
This is going to be an absolute pearler, mate. Look at the cars in here. And what's the average rating tonight? I think it's gone up a bit again.
I'm not sure, but Laz has claimed he already has one, so Stephen Banks can have the soldering iron kit. And if Stephen if Stephen doesn't want it, I'll have it.
Nice. Well done, Laz. Thanks for passing it on to someone else in the crowd. 30 people watching. Please like and subscribe, and hit their little icon button. We are 30 seconds away from starting an absolute hurler of a session tonight. 2040 mix sprint. Can't wait. Hopefully you can hear us well, you can see us well, and it's all going down well. Looking crisp as ever there, Hamish.
Yep, it is looking the goods. Lights are going to go up. We're going to go racing for race number 1 of Motegi this evening. 20 minutes for the heat race here in race number 1. James Scott, Blake Warboys on the front row of the grid. Lawford, Boyd, Dodds, Visma in behind. It's going to be a massive challenge down towards turn 1. We are go at Motegi. Everyone's made it off the line nicely, unlike Tuesday night when they got a bit caught up. But they rocket down towards turn number 1 as Dodds leads. Warboys is at a very poor start. Lawford and Dodds in the inside of each other to turn 1. Warboys trying to get by them at this stage, but they settle in for the big one of 20 minutes to go in this race. Warboys and Lawford getting nice and tightly contested through 2 and 3 as they run up through 4 and 5. Dylan Gray has ended up off the road in the background. He's kept it going though, but he is at the back of the field and the rear end looks very skatey.
He's all over the place. I think he must have got the tyres a bit dirty, but the boys at the back have done really well. Some 2 wide action, 3 wide even in some corners, and the boys are keeping it nice and clean. What we expect on a Sunday night, mate. A little bit more patience and more calculated.
So Harry Dodds at the moment is in P2. He had a great start in this race. Qualified the car in P5 and he's now already up into a podium position, but it's still a long, long way to go. In behind him, he's got this man here, Blake Warboys, championship leader, as he tries to chase him down. There's been a bit of a moment further back. Everyone's having a bit of argy-bargy here, Sinker, as they sort themselves out off the race start here as they come down towards turn 10. So let's have a quick look here what's happened at the start of this race to some of these drivers.
Who's that gone wide? Is that Visma? Or Clifton?
That's Andrews that's just gone wide of DK Motorsports. So Andrew Cowan had an initial off track. I think this was down at turn 1.
Look at that pack near the back, 3 wide, 2 rows of it. Crazy. The boys are doing some great stuff out there. It's quiet. There's no one piping up, no one putting in any comments or anything like that. Everyone is super fast.
Oh, Gray got caught with
Dylan,
netcode.
Was that Gray?
Yeah, he got caught with netcode.
That was so lucky, everyone around him.
I saw the netcode bump.
Darren Lobb, mate.
He's done well off the start.
Oh, Leonage. Up 8 places.
We say he's done well off the start. He's just absolutely drilled another car into that corner, it seems.
See how that goes. Who is that in the blue unmarked car?
That's hang on, which blue car? Because Ryan Mueller is in the blue Commodore.
Oh, it's Ryan Mueller, I think. Yeah. Oh, we've had someone rotate and go off there in the middle. That's Will Brown, I think. Yep. Yeah, it looks like Will Brown got a little bit of help around that corner and has ended up on the outer edge.
Yeah, that was Michael Schroeder on his inside.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one because they were side by side and he looks like he closed in on it.
Further up the road though, James Scott
Oh,
still
9-1.
leads the way.
Cowie's called in Vella for blinking, but Vella has dropped to the back of the pack, I think, because of that.
All Boys is already up into P2. Dodds has Lawford and Visma and Levin hot on his heels, trying to chase him down for this podium position. He's got Stone Street as well. And then Boyd and Mulford and Michael Schroeder makes up the top 10. Rehan Leonage is already up 11 positions in this race, and he's attacking early here on Mark Houghton down at turn 6 up the inside in behind Jaden Green. Does the job on the inside of the corner there. Now looks to try and get past Doble, and Green just ahead of him.
Tell you what, mate, the pace these boys are doing already, 119s and low 120s, is pretty impressive. Dodsy's fallen off. Blake Warboy's already, he's in third, sitting at 145. He's getting pressure from Vizzy at the moment. So Vizzy, we've got Gizzy's out in the real world. We've got Vizzy in our world. Anthony Vismar and Lawford and Levin putting pressure on him like crazy. Levin's just taken Agnes Lawford.
Just tucked it up his inside at turn 11. Gets back into
Not
P5.
over.
It's not. It is not. So Lawford's down a couple. Levin's up a couple. It's a good battle between them. This could be the future of Tuesday nights right here, depending on how long they're allowed to race as they go door to door through turn 1. Lawford gets the spot back for turn 2. They've got Stone Street hot on their heels, as well as Stacey Boyd at this stage. Further back in the field, Brad Doble is still trying to get past Michael Schroeder. He's got Rehan Leonage hot on his heels. As Mark Houghton's dropped from the session, it seems, Dylan Gray's just gotten past him.
Yeah, Houghton's dropped all the way to the back of the sesh. I don't know what happened there. Rebecca Bogan is giving Mickey Rockstar Clifton the purple heart there, mate.
Just bringing the love for Mr. Clifton, the Rockstar. He's back down in P18 at this stage. He's down a couple of spots. Darren Lobb, even though he's been in the wars a little bit earlier, he's already up 8 spots in this race. And Leonage is up 14. Dylan Gray's up 5 for your biggest movers thus far.
Yeah, they're driving real well, really well. Well, Leonage, the cars around him are, they're in front of him, they're about 5 to 6 tenths slower, and behind him, second and a half. So he's going to slowly gap that. Brad Doble is doing 21.5s and Leonage is doing 27s. So around the second lap, he's going to really catch up to Schroeder and Billy Mole now and work his way through. But he's in the perfect spot, mate. All he needs a couple more spots for the reverse top 10.
What's just happened there with Lobby and Randall? Turn 1. Randall locks up. Lobby comes through. Oh, that looked like another netcode sinker at turn 1. That was bad. That was
actually quite lucky on both of their behalves.
Yeah.
One of the cars is locked up and looks like Lobby straightened him up a bit too, and they've kept going.
Yeah, it was pretty weird netcode from both of them. It happens as Dodsy's now.
I've seen a lot with the volume of cars that we've had in all our series this season, we've got. I mean, there's always full, not to the rim, but it's always a lot of cars on track. It seems Netcode is just popping its head up a lot more these days.
Yeah, I've noticed it ever since pretty much the start of Season 3 was when it really started to become an issue.
Yeah.
Similar time of when the blinking was really hurting a lot of drivers out there on iRacing. As Dodsey is still trying to defend this spot for P3. Chase Douglas has joined us in the chat.
Well,
Great to have
too.
you there, Chase.
Yeah. Bad netcode on this track. Yeah, we saw a lot of netcodes this week on this track. A lot. Hang on. R99 incident responsibility in the incidents earlier on. Darren Lobb has been given a driver penalty.
Yeah, so this was, I would assume, the incident with possibly Cowie or possibly the one in the infield with Ryan Mueller, where a heap of cars had to go off track and take avoidance. So he's unfortunately copped his off penalty. Dodsey's still in the wars with Anthony Visma. He is not leaving him alone at this stage, is Mr. Visma. Dodds is going to have to work for this podium.
All right, sorry to interrupt you, mate. Mueller's got himself drive-through for contact for rejoin, dangerous rejoin. He's going through, and there was also the situation with Dylan Gray and whoever it was a bad net code. Yeah, 778. No severe contact. 778 drive-through penalty. Who's 778?
That's Blake Urquhart.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yep. Sorry, down the back. So yeah, there's a few boys have been taken out. Yeah, net code. All I get. Yeah, well, you know what? It's a lot what we get too, Matty. It's when you unpack some of these things, you can see it. If the connection is going to be a direct hit, and net code is still involved, it's still penalised as a normal incident, even though the net code is there. But if there's two cars driving side by side that are on the same trajectory, and there's net code, well, you know, then there's nothing you can do about it. It's net code. But if there's going to be contact, and a contact could have been avoidable, then the penalty does go through. The net code has been horrendous this season.
It's been so bad, and it's not even anyone's fault on track. There's been some issues with the iRacing. Like iRacing has been causing some weird stuff to happen with netcode and with like really bad blinking issues. You know, not even like to the extent of how bad mine was at the start of season 3 on the broadcast. There are a heap of people out there who've been doing that on broadcast as well, Sinker. So it's just been a real struggle for a lot of people ever since the start of season 3.
Yeah, Matty Parker. Well, mate, yeah, you get there's a lot of it to unpack, mate. I see it every Monday night, mate. There's so much netcode, it's ridiculous.
I've just noticed.
If you look at the one we saw,
as well, Sinker. I didn't notice them.
Yeah, I know. It's just you see so much of it, it's ridiculous. And you see some parts where the netcode actually drags the two cars together, and they're virtually sitting inside each other, and then all of a sudden one gets spat out. It's crazy, some of those things that happen. Tell you what, Billy Mole is having a great old tussle there. He hasn't let Leonage back. I might flick my screen across to that little battle there, Hamish, to give you some time to flick across. Yeah, I'll have SDK running.
After for the 500,
just
and
as we went there. Just as we went there, who was that? Who was that went round?
I'll have to have a look in a second once I've done this. We will have a look
that's Lobby doing a drive through now.
Yeah, Lobby's come in. And for anyone who may have caught the graveyard shift of the 23-hour race for mental health, they all know how unhinged the graveyard shift got, Sinker. It was Oh, just a lot of Jimmer jump scares. I will say that. That's all I'm saying for that one. But let's have a quick look. We've got Warboys on screen as well. Not Warboys, Young Leonage on screen. Let's have a quick look. Oh, it was Levin, I think, who had the off track possibly. So what was he had Stone Shoot on his outside. Oh, so they had a bit of door to door. Oh, and then again he served him again and into the pit lane. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a shame. We'll let Race Control beat that one apart for sure. We got Young Leonage on cam for us this evening.
Flagged.
He's currently got his teammate Tim
I'll tell you
Mulford
what,
just ahead of him.
Keep the action coming through. Yeah, he's like maybe he's just said let him go through. There they are on the bottom screen, and the top screen. He's got some great focus, that kid.
He does.
The if you ever did Gran Turismo 7, it had some of the worst net codes I've ever seen. Cars teleporting all over the place. Yeah. Jamie Tung wants a cockpit view of one of the faster guys. Does he want the cockpit view, or does he want the in-car view? Was that last one net code, Matty? I'm not sure. Part of it did. The second contact looked like it was, but I couldn't tell, mate. It was too quick.
There we go. It's like a real life pop out. What we're seeing in the car of Young Leonage. So
this is him in the car, and this is him in his rig at the same time.
Yep. So looks a bit different in iRacing, doesn't he?
Yeah. All right. Here's a quick one. We're going to give away. I don't know the exact question. I'm going to have to ask someone. All right. Here's going to be a good one.
Put it in RCBC chat, and I'll tell you if you're right or not.
Yeah. I'll just. Car 6 lap 10 race control being called in.
We've also got. Oh, I never added Erky's link. That's good. But I forgot that. Going to work for you. There it is. We've also got Blake Urquhart out on track. He's just in behind Steve Vella at the moment, battling him for P24 on the road at this stage. I'm waiting to get Sinker's question so I can confirm it for him.
Oh, no, you won't be able to confirm it, mate. I'm actually speaking to the source.
Okay, fair enough. Well, what are you wanting to give away, Sinker?
Let's give away... we'll give away the Warren and Brown gloves.
Okay.
We're going to give away Warren Brown gloves. We've got a question in the moment. Oh, comms have been told to clear. Who we got on camera right now, mate? Who's that?
Mr. Urquhart, that is.
Okay, Mr. Blake Urquhart. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Blake Urquhart on camera. Welcome to YouTube, Mr. Urquhart.
Well, Urkowitz's furniture. You'll love that. Oh. He's currently chasing down Steve Vella. This is the battle further back, but up towards the front, James Scott is leading the way. Blake Warboys is slowly chasing him down, and he is fully focused at the moment. And I do have to say, Sinker, Mr. Warboys does look a bit like a young Steve Sinkovic. I can see some similarities there in the facial shape and the facial hair choices.
The flavour saver?
Yeah, the old flavour saver.
I'm working on getting my myself back to a younger, fit self at the moment, mate. So hopefully I'll get somewhere near what Warboy looks like at the moment because he's looking very trim.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the Warren Brown Tools mechanic gloves, we're going to give them away next. You need to tell me what month was Rian Leonage born in.
Ah, I see. Ah, that's what you meant by the source.
Yes. I'm sure it's out there in the world of Google and stuff like that, but you might know him personally. Laz, unfortunately, knows him personally. Not unfortunately, but he knows the answer. I'm sure he won't give it away straight away. Yeah, what month was Leonage born in? He's turning 15 next year, mate. 15 next year. Wow. July.
And if anyone's
April.
paid,
May.
if anyone's paid attention to when we've actually interviewed him before, we have actually asked when he's born.
Yes, we have. Banksy wants to help.
Ambulance said,
oh, there he is. Revs Martin's got it. March.
Ah.
Revs Martin, send me a DM or an email to admin@simracingworld.com.au and we'll organise details to get that out to you. So it was in March. Well done, viewers.
I have also, Sinker, put a photo of what I mentioned to you earlier of how Mr. Broadbent now looks after forfeits. I put a photo of it in RCBC chat for you to enjoy whilst we enjoy the awesome racing action of this race still to come. We've got 2.5 minutes left just about of this race, and James Scott is well in control at the lead at the front of the field in the Lobs Esports entry. Blake Warboys is in P2 for WKMP Sim Sports by way of Chubby Buns Burgers on the side of his car, and Angus Lawford in the Simbriggs entry of Project 36 is in P3 with Leonage hot on his tail, up 22 positions thus far for the young fella for Phoenix Racing Team.
Crack and drive, mate. Crack and drive. Funny story, Revs may or may not be my dad.
Yeah, well, that family is just cleaning up at this point thanks to SRW Warren Brand Tools.
Oh. Here we go. Billy Mole got, he looks like he dropped out. Brad Levine got a drive-through for that incident with whoever that was earlier on.
Mr. Stone Street.
Yes, yes.
Luckily for Stone Street, he's right on the back of 11 at the moment. Boyd has just hot past him. 11's actually run it wide down at turn 6, so that's unfortunate for him. James Scott, though, he is 1 lap away. He might have 2 laps to go, actually, depending on when he crosses the line. I believe it will be 1 lap to go, though. To the checkered flag for James Scott. It is indeed white flag lap, 1 to go for James Scott in the 088 entry for Lobs Esports.
Look at Leonage, he's having a crack for the podium, mate. He's 3/10 on the back of Lawford.
I mean, do you blame him? He's up 22 spots. He might as well make it 23 at this point.
A killer job. White flag, white flag, white flag. Is he way to the podium step, man? This is going to be crazy if he does.
I mean, what about the race, though, from Lobby and Gray? I mean, Lobby obviously had the drive-through. He's still up 13. Gray had the moment on lap 1, and he's still up 11.
Yeah, some great driving out there. Some unbelievable passing and momentum. These guys are handling this track completely differently.
Coleman's up 10 spots, and he's in the top 10. And he's going to start front row the next race.
Oh, okay, Davey. Here we go, Leonard's. Oh, no, there was contact.
Contact.
Is he going to... Yep, he's let him get back in front. Oh, but he's got the pressure from behind. He's got Vizzy behind him now too.
But here comes James Scott into turn 11 after a dominant performance, 8.6 seconds up the road from Blake Warboys. He takes home another solid chunk of points, and he wins race number 1 this evening out at Motegi. Warboys in behind him will flow on through. He'll take P2, continue to lead the championship towards race number 2 this evening. Angus Lawford looks to survive the onslaught from Rehan Leonage at turn 11. But Leonage trying to go for a switchback drag race to the start-finish line between them. Lawford's going to get him. Lawford in the Simriggs entry takes P3. Leonage up 22 into P4. Visma into P5. Mulford comes home in P6. Boyd into P7. Stone Street comes home in P8. And Coleman up 10 spots in a miraculous performance up into P9. And then Troy Dooley makes up the top 10 for Performance Sim Racing.
I think Hamish.
What, Steve? You just cut out then. Sorry about the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Steve's having some connection issues.
She's frozen.
Up. Nah, you're here, Sinker, or what?
Oh, your screen to me is completely frozen.
Yeah, no, yours is lagging real
Thought I
bad.
lost everyone for a minute.
Yeah,
but
I think you had a bit of an internet spike, Sinker, if I'm honest. We've still got stream, so it's not my end. Provisional race results, though, for race number 1 are as follows. James Scott has finished P1 for Lobs Esports. Blake Warboys finishes out of P2 ahead of Angus Lawford and Rehan Leonage for the top 4. Anthony Visma, Tim Mulford inside the top 6. Stacey Boyd, Choi, Stone Street, P7 and 8. David Coleman, Troy Dooley for the top 10. Those guys will be reversed for the grid of race number 2. In behind them, they had Jaden Green, Will Brown, Darren Lobb, Brandon Levin, Jack Andrews for the top 15. Shane Randall, Dylan Gray, Michael Schroeder, Andrew Cowan for the top 19 with Blake Urquhart, Steve Vella, Ryan Mueller, Harry Dodds, Travis Daly, Mick Clifton, Brad Doble, Billy Moll and Mark Houghton at the back end of the field. Where are the voices? My voice should be working.
Yes, I had. No, you were fine, mate. My internet had a bit of a splurge. I actually just put it onto the 5G. It was on the 2G network for some reason, so I've put it on my 5G network. So it's all hunky dory.
2G. What is this? 2007.
Cool. No. Internal 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sam Kitakazinos, where are the voices? Oh, so we both probably dropped out for a bit then.
I don't think I did. I was waiting to see what you were saying.
Okay.
And then I'm like, what's happened? And I'm like, are we still going? And mine was fine. I didn't have any drop frames or anything, so...
Yeah.
Unless Sam accidentally muted his own stream.
No, I'm good. Everyone, you guys can hear us fine now. We've got 39 people out there watching. We've got some more prizes to give away. We have got the Warren and Brown mini pinch bar set. Sam, tell us if the audio is coming through okay and you can hear us.
I just turned it up. I can hear it still, so it's fine.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We're going to give that away shortly, and then we'll also give away some SRW sim racing gloves as well.
So much more
Debbie
stuff.
Joslin. Good, thank you, Sammy.
Very good. So yeah, plenty of stuff
Who
to
we
still
got
give
on
away.
track? We've got Blake Warboys. Is this him practicing?
Yeah, this is qualifying for him at the moment because he's been through practice 1, practice 2, and practice 3.
He's doing one of my tricks, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
He's got to get used to that. Once he's had a kid, that's all over for a bit until they can put themselves to bed and do all their own little bits and pieces.
Or if the kid can nap while he races.
Oh mate, he's in for a wonderful experience.
Got Project 36 with us as well. That's Brandon Griffiths. Great to have you out there with us. The gloves make you go faster as I need help.
Harry helped Harry. He did all right in the qualies.
He got a top 5 in qualifying, to be fair, using the SRW gloves. So take that as you will.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll get to yet to see. Everyone's out there loving them and enjoying them at the moment. Getting some feedback on them.
Yeah. See, Brandon's got a 3-week-old and he's still pumping laps.
Yeah, but he's probably getting yelled at a lot by the missus.
Maybe.
And he's got his headphones on for the racing and he can't hear it.
Supercrush has got it right. Gloves give you 2 tenths. Stickers give you at least 5 horsepower.
Oh, hang on. Dylan Gray. Last lap incident. He's got himself a, I think they said rear of grid.
Another one.
Yeah. Instant responsibility, nose to tail contact.
Not another one.
Yeah, it is disabled, mate. I just, when I came back in the house, it always goes to the 2.5G. So when I was out in meetings on Friday, it probably just came back and sorted to that one. But it's all good. Loving the internet at the moment. I think I've got something like 1,000 download and 52 upload, so it's fantastic. But the internal signal is the 5G signal. Chuck Wagon, good job. Gray drives poorly all the time. I'm assuming they know each other. I'm going to race down if I'm running my Warren and Brown work gloves. On your Banksy, yes. I did see that you you have registered to drive.
We
with,
we want cameras that day as well. We want cameras that day. And if you get in early enough, so a little bit more information about the 500 while we move over to race 2. So number 1, we're going to be making banners for every single car with your driver's names on it that you guys will need to put on the car. We'll send those out before the race, obviously. You guys will have a week to get them onto the car. Number 2, we need, if you're going to run cameras, both drivers please run cameras, because we'll have some very special double view features where we can have the race going with your car and then both drivers' camera on the screen at the same time. So we're going to have a bit of a play around with that. So, you know, more info will come out prior to the race on how best we can do that. But yeah, that's what's currently in the pipeline for the 500.
And also keep your eyes out for the following weekend. We're going to run a Bathurst in the Gen 3s.
Yep. And that event will be that event will be free.
That'll be a free event.
Yeah.
That's if iRacing hasn't lied to us again.
I'm gonna race that race, Cinco. You know what we should do actually? We should race it, leave the comms open, and just stream it from someone's PC, and just everyone can just enjoy all of us absolutely chirping each other while we race around Bathurst.
Well, we can do that quite easily. We can I could have it going through my SDK, you can have them go for your SDK, and we can have it all in the middle and have a bit of fun. Oh, the boys are lining up for 40 minutes of action.
They are. 40 minutes to come our way.
Top 10, mate.
Yep, and it is as follows. Troy Dooley will start pole position ahead of David Coleman on the front row of the grid. Troy Stone Street, Stacey Boyd will start in behind them with Tim Mulford and Anthony Vismar for the top 6. Rehan Leonard, Angus Lawford for the top 8, and Blake Warboys and James Scott will make up our reverse top 10. Everyone else will start how they finished race number 1. If you missed how they finished race number 1, it was Jaden Green to Will Brown, Darren Lobb to Brandon Levin, Jack Andrews to Shane Randall, Dylan Gray, Michael Schroeder, although Dylan Gray will have a rear of grid, Andrew Cowan, Blake Urquhart, Steve Vella, Ryan Mueller, Harry Dodds, Travis Daly, Mick Clifton, Brad Doble, Billy Mole. Mark Houghton unfortunately dropped out due to the storms up north, so we'll see if he's back. I'm not sure if he will be, but it's a little bit of unluckiness for Mr. Houghton the last couple of weeks.
Unluckiness.
Or bad luck. You know what, Sinker? I commentated for 7 hours today. Give me some leeway. All right.
Luke Rackus is watching this on Facebook, and he goes, "Awesome! This is awesome. What class is this?" Well, it's not an iRacing class. It's our series that we run every Sunday, and we've been fortunate enough to have, some of the fastest guys in the country racing here at the moment. So sit back and enjoy these guys, because they are absolutely ridiculously fast.
In the V8 Supercars, the 2019 Supercars is our last season in the 2019 Supercars. And as if there were people questioning if we'd be going to Gen 3 next season, like, oh, Gen 3's coming out, do you reckon they'll change? Of course we're going to go to Gen 3. We're not running 2019 Supercars once Gen 3's out. What, are you crazy? No, this is our last season for it. The Sandown 500 is our send-off to the 2019 Supercars. Who knows, in future, if there's enough call for it, we may run Super 2s where we have the old Supercars running on one night and the new Supercars running on another night. But lights are going to go up. Racing's about to happen. 40 minutes underway. Dylan Gray starts in the pit lane. Front rows Dooley and Coleman as we get ready to go for race number 2. 40 minutes is underway, as it was a horrible start from Jaden Green in the background outside the top 10. Lobb's already made up a couple of spots. You can see that Dooley, Coleman and Stone Street spreading themselves out down towards turn 1. And look at all the Phoenix cars under pressure as they come through turn 1 for the very first time. Somehow they've kept it clean towards the front end of the field, but they are all swapping and changing positions like kids trading Pokemon cards at lunchtime. Steph, the secret is it wasn't a yelling broadcast, it was graveyard shift where it was just brain rot. That's what it was. I hope Sink is still with me. I'm not sure if he is. I can't hear him at the moment, but Mr. Mulford, Scott and Lobb will continue their battle. These guys will try and follow each other in throughout the top 10. They've got Warboys just ahead of them as well. Visma trying to chase down the young Rehan Leonard at this stage, who's in behind Stacey Boyd at the moment. These guys are inside the top 10. You get a young Leonard's doing it. He's having a good little smile, good little laugh. to himself as he gets underway for a 40-minute race ahead here at Motegi. Stacey Boyd is under massive pressure from the young fella. As we begin,
I've got my
lap number
camera.
2.
Oh, the safety car's come out.
Has it come out? It has indeed.
Yep.
Why has the safety car come out?
Yeah, someone has asked for a tow.
Harry Dodds. It'll be Doddsy, I reckon. Yep. Oh, yep.
Oh, that car's
cooked.
Oh, that car copped it nicely. What was the incident? What was that? All right?
So that was Doddsy. He got spun round out of turn 1. We'll try and get better angle of it for you. So an early safety car.
Oh,
you can just see the frustration.
He's not happy.
Yeah, the frustration in his face is that's unfortunate. This is what happened. I was on board with him. So we'll see if we can get a better angle of it. I think he was trying to pass Cowie at that stage. Cowie. Oh yeah, they just got hooked up.
Oh.
Wasn't really anywhere he could go at that point.
No. Yeah, it is a direct drive wheel that he drives with, so... Oh, bugger.
It's a real shame. It's a real shame for him.
Yep. Looks like they're investigating that at the moment, so we'll see what happens, who's got the responsibility there. It's a bit hard to tell from the footage we've got. But, oh, man.
A good gainer thus far, Sinker, is Blake Urquhart at the moment. He's up a couple of spots inside the top 20. Probably be aiming for a top 15 here tonight. I think that'd be a good performance from Urquhart. He's had some bad luck as of late in the series, so hopefully he can put some pieces together here tonight to get a good run home. Andrew Cowan's just in behind him as well, trying to chase him down for P18 on the road. So Cowie's in P19. You see the virtual camera of Cowie showing off all of his data, all of his telemetry, giving us all the little insights off his car.
Got everything. He's got too much going on, mate. No wonder he's having issues at the moment. He's got the motion going. He's got lights flickering everywhere. It's like, man, I'd be it'd be too much for me.
We've also got Blake Warboys out there as well. I tell you what, they think
I'm from one extreme to the next extreme. Blake's just got the triples up. He's just so relaxed.
He put all of his money into go-kart helmets to put on his wall in the background. That's what it was. So, but I mean, all
the money's in that Pokemon connection, mate.
Well, mate. He's on camera. Hello, Mr. Warboys. Oh, absolutely.
I love it.
So, like my dad. So obviously, Cowie has a taco on his rig that actually revs and lights up for gear changes. My dad did the same thing with the exact same taco. It's actually pretty cool when you're driving around. When you first get it, you can often get a little bit distracted.
I'll have to tell Blake that he'd have to put this stuff worth a bit of money. Because once his kids see that, the new one that's coming out, he's going to want to play with those toys, mate. They're going to come out. Anything that's anything of value, hide it till they're at an age where they've got responsibility to pay it back.
All right, Sinker, this is running a safety car. What else can we give away tonight to the fine people out there in chat?
Okay. What else can we give away tonight? All right. Let me think. Oh, what are we giving away so far? We've given away
the soldering iron, and the
race gloves.
gloves.
Did we give race gloves? No, we gave away the work gloves, didn't we?
Yeah, the work gloves.
Yep. All right. Well, let's give a pair of race gloves away.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put an example in chat of what I want to see for this question. We've spoken about him today, and he's doing really, really good stuff for charity at the moment. I want you guys to put in chat. I don't need the exact number, but closest to the 1,000. So you can just write it in like that as an example. What point of forfeits is Jimmy Broadbent at now for his money that he's raised today for mental health? I've got it up on my other screen. I can see the exact number. So it doesn't. You don't have to write down 42,323. You don't have to write that. Just like the two numbers and then the K at the end as we're getting green once again. So give us the number of where you think he's at.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I tell you
Look
what.
at Coleman.
Look at Coleman go.
What a push from him off the start ahead of Dooley.
That's a great run there from Coleman. Whoa, hang on. Let's see if Coleman can do a lap up front.
Let's see if he can.
Nice.
Ryan Campbell's gotten it with 55k. That is what Mr. Broadbent is at the moment. 55,724 pounds and 99 pence is his current total.
Whoa, that's... Oh, look at that!
Oh, big moment in the background for Dooley.
He's another...
Oh, my God!
Here as well!
What has happened? Levin, and
no!
look, that's going to be a safety car for sure, Sinker. That's massive.
Oh, that is 3 cars gone. Did you see the air Levin got? Oh, my God, what happened there? I saw one car step out, and all of a sudden it's flicked another car and hit another car.
So this was Dooley. You know, he got a slight little nudge from Stone Street. Back on the track. He's not even holding his brakes. And then bang! Straight comes through Levin and
He's done the right
Lawford.
thing. He's got the brakes on, but there was nowhere. Oh, look at the state of Levin's car.
They have been absolutely destroyed, Sinker, off the back of that.
Oh,
Lucky they've got
God.
lucky they have a fast repair. This was on board with Levin.
Oh,
and this is a wild ride. So you'll see up ahead. There's the smoke. There is Mr. Dooley, and bang! Straight in the back of him.
And into it. If he'd have direct drive. That would hurt, man. That would hurt. Whoa, that was a massive hit. So the safety car is out. He's. Whoa,
this was
that is
Lawford.
crazy.
This was Lawford. Look at this. Oh my God, he just parted the seas. Levin's car just landing in front of him. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, we need to get another angle of this because that was huge. So obviously Dooley's at the moment. And then this was the view from Lawford.
Oh, Levin saw it too late. He was trying to get away. Did you see that? Oh, that sucks. But you know what? That's racing, and what an impact. That car's on fire in the pits.
It is. It is indeed.
Oh. Wow. Okay, so there's people still going on about the broadband money. We've already given that one to.
They're complaining because they're saying, it's closer to 56,000. Well, I just wanted the first 2 numbers of the 1,000 total.
That's all right. Whatever you've given, mate, and we move on.
So Coleman has managed to go. Coleman's managed to go a full lap in the lead.
That incident that started that, there was net code in it. Apparently, if that's if it's the same incident, I just heard him say. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Coleman, couple of laps up front. What are we at? We are at the 10-minute mark. Were they going to pit at any point? You reckon they're going to pit around the 30-minute mark? But some of these boys might be good enough to get it all the way going.
I don't know if they'll go no stop. That would be a bit of a stretch. I mean, some of the faster guys have obviously come through pit lane, meaning Tim Mulford, Michael Schroeder, Shane Randall, Blake Urquhart, Trav Daly, Angus Lawford, Mick Clifton. Should watch Broadbent's YouTube video on avoiding incidents. It's a great video. So Coleman leads.
I'm not sure who called that in, but someone's called in. Am I still able to rejoin the race after I finish my tow? I think it might have been Brandon Levin. Maybe that's his first. No, it can't be his first one.
Cam Harvick saying hopefully Ryan Mueller has a good run in his first outing. Yeah, he unfortunately got kind of caught up in some incidents in race 1. Race 2, though, he's having a good run. He's up 9 spots and into P13, so he's done well off this race start. He's up inside the top 15. See how well he goes.
Billy Mole's up 15 places.
He is. Billy Mole's up 15. Doble's up 11. Vella's also up 11 as well, so some big gainers thus far. Coleman's going to have some work to do here, Singer, because he's got some big pressure coming for him behind him. Boyd, Leonage, Stone Street, and Scott. And one thing, though, that we didn't mention was Blake Warboys has had a pit stop. And this could be a race-winning strategy in behind the likes of Jack Andrews and Angus Lawford. He snuck it in on lap 5.
Oh, there you go. And now with all this safety car time, he's done well. That's a smart one. I do like that. That is a great move. Look, is it 42 there watching? Like, subscribe, please get involved. Get in there and watch all our shows. We're going to continue giving things away all season. We've got 2 boxes out there that are going to give away, and we're going to give a lot of it away on the Sandown 500 as well.
How long left in this race? We're 12 minutes in. We've got 28 minutes to go in this race. No, it doesn't need fuel. Oh, many Mulford pitted. He did pit. He pit on lap 4. He might have needed to pit, though, to fix his car, possibly.
Yeah. I'd be taking fuel at the same time.
Ullman
anyway.
saying that Warboys is going to win this one. Well, the strategy says he can. Andrews, though, has had some great pace recently, so I wouldn't put it past him. Same with Lawford as well. So I don't think this is going to be such a simple race win for Warboys, because all the drivers ahead of him can make it home on their fuel. And he's going to have to pass them for position. As Warboys, has he come into pit lane again? He has. Why has he come in, or has he got a penalty?
I don't know. No. No penalty.
Unless he's come in for an extra splash, maybe.
Don't know.
Oh, he overshot the box as well.
Tyres?
No, he wouldn't take tyres. He wouldn't take tyres. You wouldn't do 2
That's
separate
weird.
stops just for tyres and fuel.
Maybe he's thinking he didn't have enough fuel. He wanted to check it all the way through.
Quite possibly. Yeah, be more fuel. Probably save him from saving fuel as well.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. He's topping it up to make it safe. Dodsy's done the same.
Yeah.
Dodsy might actually have an
Oh,
opportunity
well,
to come
if
back
follow
in
him
this.
in, I'd follow him in 100%.
Yeah.
I'd be on Warboy's tail. If I was Harry right now, I would be stuck to the back of Warboy's car all the way through this.
There's Dodsy. So, he's just coming through now.
This safety car's saved him a bit. 3 chubby buns maybe in the pits. Maybe the Pelicans wanted some bread.
Maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Banksy, tell us who designed the Pelican? Who developed the Pelican for your team?
The Pelican is from Lake Edge Holiday Units.
Yeah, I know that is, but
Andrew,
who?
Andrew Rushworth
I'm
is
assuming
saying
part of his Lake Edge logo, maybe. I don't know.
Andrew Rushworth is saying if he did have a penalty, he can't serve it under caution, can he? He wasn't. He was doing a pit stop. He was stopping it with fuel.
Yeah, yeah. No, he definitely didn't have a penalty. The only one, could you do an IRacing one? I don't even know. I can't remember.
You can.
There's CPS.
There's no compulsory pit stops, Chuck, but they can't make it home on their fuel without stopping, so they're kind of forced to go. As Coleman has gone early here, he's gone before the final corner, Sinko.
Wow. Yeah, the only time we have compulsory pit stop when you've got to take 1 set of tyres in our Enduro.
Yeah. And then it's just
Look at
that's a
go.
compulsory limit. It's not even a compulsory thing that you must change tyres. It's you can only change tyres once.
Once.
Which won't be in effect for the 500, mind you. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah. He's done well. He got away
Well,
really well.
he needs to.
He pulled away from Safety Boyd.
He needs to hope that we get safety car galore here.
Leonard, he's already having a sniff. Look at him go.
Coleman needs to hope and pray.
He
He needs to hope and pray that a safety car's called, because Scott and Leonard are hot on his heels right now. And I don't know how long Coleman can hold them off.
Yeah. Not even DC Shades will stop him now.
You know, if someone has a penalty that's been served from the race controllers, they can't serve it under the safety car.
Oh, Busy's got a drive through. Nose to rear contact. Yeah. Oh, look at Scott just pulled it in nicely. Very, very nice move. Oh, who's that coming up having a dip on the outside? Oh, Stone Street. Stone Street's he's doing really well with his driving with Warboys, mate.
he is, yeah.
You can see the style's improving and the way he drives his car is doing really well. I'm impressed with the amount of progress he's making.
James Scott has just set the fastest lap of the race this last time by a 1:19.43. Darren Lobb's now up inside the top 10. He's up 7 spots in this race. Vella's up 11. Mole is up 16 at this stage as they rocket around towards turn 4 and 5. So
Brad Doble's
chase
got
him
himself
down.
up at 11 as well.
Boyd's just let Darren Lobb go. I think he may have had a slowdown singer because he looked to have gone offline then to let him through.
Yeah. He would have learnt that lesson from a few weeks ago.
Oh, Randall sneaking it up the inside of Mueller. They're going to go side by side around turn 7. Mueller can't quite hang it on the outside of Randall. Randall going to try and cover the inside line, possibly at 8. No, but Mueller too far back.
Look at the pressure on the bottom screen. Oh, we've just had change.
The battles are here, there, everywhere, aren't they? I mean, the front 3.
It's second place at the moment. It's crazy. We've just had James Scott and Leonard's
Coleman's
change
come
places.
in.
Oh, he's gone in for the early pits.
Hey, you know what? Smart play. Don't get held up trying to defend
Get
them.
out of the action there.
Yep.
Yep.
Let those boys battle.
Go. Oh, the big hitters are all up the front. 1, 2, and 3. James Scott, Leonard, and Lobb. All they're waiting for is Warboys to catch up to them. Warboys and Brad Doble and Vizzy's doing his drive-through there, coming through the pits at the moment.
So Dylan Gray is currently in P10 at the moment as Steve Vella's gone round at turn 1.
Yeah, he just called that in.
So what has happened to Steve Vella down at turn 1? So he was in behind Jaden Green, who was alongside Billy Mole. Oh, they're kind of interlocking there.
Yeah.
I suppose the only thing I would say is, where's Mole going to go? Like,
he's got nowhere to go. That was that's an interesting one. That's going to be you know what, that's one of those ones that's going to be who put right hand down first, who put right down left. It goes down to the many intricacies, which is
Look at this battle starting to form though. Lawford leading to Daly Andrews as well. Levin's out there, but he's a lap down.
Drive through.
Okay, so car 12, Billy Mole. Will have to traverse his way through the lane. Andrew Cowan's a bit offline, dropping a couple of spots outside the top 10. Okay.
You're a net code, Matty. Aren't you working?
He doesn't work on a Sunday, does he?
Yeah, he does. That's why he doesn't race.
Vella moved over on Mole. That is what it looks like, but the only way we could really tell is if we look on the chase cams of both cars, and that's what they would have done in the booth.
Look at Cowie. Yep, he's playing it safe. He's trying a bit of an over-under there, Cowie, but I don't think he had enough pace or was close enough.
No, Michael just got it past him in the end for P11. And got Randall trying to chase them down. He's got Warboys hot on his heels. We'll see if Shane lets him go, keeps it nice and safe, or if he's going to be willing to battle with one of the fastest drivers in the split. He's going to try and cover the inside line, actually. He's going to force Warboys a long way around.
He's done well, Warboys. He's kept the pace up. He's got the momentum through the corner. He's done a very clean job.
Did well
the battle up front looks like Lobby's got 2.5 seconds behind Leonard, who's got just under a second on James Scott, and the time splits aren't too bad. Lobby is got 19.9, Leonard's 19.3, and the last lap James Scott scored his fastest lap.
So currently the gap between Warboys and Scott is 15.7. If Scott were to come in this lap, Warboys would take the lead. So if every car in front of him were to come in the lane, Warboys would take the lead, and he would lead by nearly 5 seconds. That's insane. If this strategy pays off, well, now mind you, Tim Mulford and Michael Schroeder have taken their first stops. So Warboys has actually corrected P3, but we expect him to be able to catch Schroeder and Mulford and get past them at some point in this race. I mean, he's right there.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of people to pit. It's more than half the field need to pit still. The killer is going to be these ones at the front, all the way down to Jaden Green before they get into the pits.
Or even Dylan Gray, because Gray started in the pits, so it's classified him with a pit stop, but he didn't take one.
Oh, okay, yep.
So Warboys on the charge. In behind him, Andrew Cowan is still trying to make some moves throughout this field. He's done well. He's up 7 spots, but he does need a pit stop. Blake Urquhart, he's up 6 at this stage. First time he's on the cams this round. He's trying to get around the outside of Shane Randall. Never going to get it done out there, Sunshine. Randall keeps the spot. Now under pressure from Lawford. Can he hold the inside line on him? I think he's done well there just to hold that off of Lawford for the moment. That's a good, good defensive line.
Very well.
Dodds, he's had another moment in the background. He's going slow. And his camera's completely unfocused now. It speaks itself. It's just an unfortunate night for Doddsy thus far, isn't it? Really unfortunate.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a tough one. I'm just looking to see any epic fights that are going on. There's some really good battles there. I guess Urquhart Angus is probably one of the tighter ones. Billy Mole has come out behind Ryan Mueller, and he's put the pressure on straight away. He's like 2/10 on the back of him. Coleman is got to work his way through. I'm just having a look to see. Car 981 is asking for a review on an incident.
That was Harry Dodds, so he must feel there was maybe a little bit of foul play with that one. We'll see if we can get a replay happening for you. I think it was this one here with Jack Andrews possibly. From the outside. Well, to be fair, no, that's a questionable one. I don't.
Looks like he got driven out. It was a bit hard to see from there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Doddsy almost drove him out there.
Yeah, interesting. Well, there'll be a few things to pack out there.
Oh, okay, all right. That's why he's called it.
Yeah, it looks a bit different again, doesn't it? Yeah.
Andrews has kind of swerved in front of him to try and stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rian is so smooth on the wheel. It's interesting to see some of the setups that different drivers drive. We were watching last season the steering inputs from Ben Faulkner, and he has it set up really twitchy, like he's literally playing with the steering wheel left right all the time, and it was due to a elbow he broke skiing, I think he said, and he just learned to drive it that way where it was right on the edge all the time. Whereas look at Leonage and some of the other drivers, they're very smooth inputs all the way through. So they've got it set up so that the way they like it, obviously. So he's running a 15 Newton meter, which is I think what's the highest throughout there is about 28, something like that, 29.
I think Simicube Ultimate's at 25, which is one of the strongest wheels on the market. So, like, I run a pretty, depending on the car type, will depend on the steering wheel actual, like, profile that I set to it. Warboy's got past Mulford pretty easily then. I thought Mulford might have tried to defend him quite a fair bit since his teammate's on the podium at the moment. But yeah, I think personally, like, I like a nice sort of stiff force feedback setup. And this minimal movement, just so I don't have to work the wheel too hard to try and get the car turned in.
Mine is really heavy. Like I pump it up so it's I feel everything through it. But yeah, I try to keep it smooth as well. It's all about your inputs, the way you drive, and the way you're hitting corners, and the way you're taking corners. You know, smooth in, smooth out. Oh, look at this! Coleman's having a crack. Gotta go bottom here. Go to Ryan Mueller. I'll go to Ryan Mueller. This is a cracking fight down here.
Chuck, 15 Newton meters is not that strong.
No, it's not that strong at all.
It's not that strong.
They go all the way up to 29s. Have a look at this fight in the bottom screen if you can. Oh, look, there's like 6 cars just going for it. Crazy. Travis Daly's just gone in the pits, the M1 driver.
So this is now the problem that Coleman faces. Obviously, he pitted earlier, but now he's got himself caught up in a mid-pack battle. So this might actually hurt him in his charge up the front of the field. This puts him corrected P7 on the road, but he'll likely be a bit lower than that, seeing as Scott Leonage and Lobb have all got a fair bit of time over at the moment, being it's about 30 seconds.
So that incident we saw with Harry Dodds, whoever that car was in front, I think it was Anthony Visma, has got a drive-through penalty.
We've just proven that Chuck is weak because he thinks 15 Newton meter is a workout.
It's not about. You're not going to have all 15 Newton meters pumping into the steering wheel every second of the drive.
It also depends on your wheel profile as well and how you've actually set up the wheel.
And all that sort of stuff. So you might be, through most of your racing, you might be sitting on about 8 Newton meters or 5, depending on how you got it set up. And not all people will have it pumped up to the full 15 either. So Laz has got his one set up at 15. That means that when there's some real impact, he's going to feel it. So it all depends on the wheels and the profile you've set up for it.
I'd also beg the question, what reason would Laz need to lie about it as well?
No, he's not saying he's lying now. He's just saying his arms would be a strain. But you know, everyone likes it differently. Simple as that. Some people like it. 15 is the peak torque. Laz can do a whole intro of this. I'm sure you can, Laz. Start typing, mate.
Chuck's definitely a Thrustmaster user.
I'll copy and paste it for my own personal records.
Chuck definitely.
Oh, Rashi's in the chat tonight too. Oh, yeah, Rashi.
Yeah, good to have you out there with us, Andrew.
Oh, mate, these boys are putting on such an epic show down in the middle of the pack as well. Coleman's got pressure from Shane Randell now and Harry Dodds too. So it's...
Chuck, it's easy at 15, mate, trust me. It is easy at 15. I run it at 20. 15's easy. If you're going to continue about it, we'll time you out.
Look, let him get an education.
I'll give him an education. A swift 24-hour time out of education.
Here we go, more people hitting the pits. I'm still waiting for these boys at the front of Pointy to start pitting away and
they're going long.
And changing the straps a bit. We're at the 28 minute mark, so we've got 12 minutes left.
Yeah, 12 minutes. Oh, yeah, about 11 or 12 minutes. Scott doesn't sound like he's saving. Oh, Leonage. No, not necessarily. Oh, maybe. Mid-corner. Oh, Lobby might be saving. I can't really confirm, though. So now Dylan Gray. Well, do we think Gray's going to be Great Wall of China for Rehan Leonage against Blake Warboys here?
No. He's this is the master behind the apprentice. He's going to dispatch him very, very quickly. Yeah, doing well. Blake Warboys is... Come on, mate.
He's trying to push on to get past Dylan Gray. Here's Mr. Warboys here. You can see him working hard, chatting to his spotter. I'm sure it's probably John Van Ree once again. Mr. Wagon has earned himself a timeout. Congratulations.
Why now? What did he do?
No, he kept going on about it.
Mate, let him go about it. People will learn.
Yeah.
The driving out there now. Oh, look at this. He's having a bit of a look. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, look at the draft. Gray's got on the back of him. He's right up that tail. He's lost it a bit. Warboys, he's got some sick pace, man.
He does. He's just willing to push that car to its limit. He keeps a very smooth but stiff setup. He just likes this thing to be really pointy, and you can see it on Track Sinker. This thing looks the goods.
Oh yeah, he's masterclass of driving, mate. Masterclass of driving. The boys up the front are setting quite similar lap times. Leonage is 4/10 off of James Scott. Darren Lobb is a further 4/10. Troy Stone said 4/10. Stacey Boyd, 3 tenths. Will Brown is putting the pressure on Stacey, and Blake has got himself 4 seconds to catch up on these boys as well. But pretty well gapped. The fighting is still down the back end, man. This bottom screen is going knackers. The boys of Dodds, Andrews, Randall, Green are all the brakes. Oh, look at that. Well done. Nice little move.
So Leonard at the moment is in P2. We can see Scott is still in the lead. When will these guys need a pit in this race?
He's in the pits.
He is indeed. So Scott comes in.
So we had Dodds. We had. I'm going to switch to Coleman and see what sort of impact it's had on his race. He's the one who was leading at that time when he had those boys behind him. Let's see how much progress Scotty made in front of him. Obviously, Scott's lap times have been 19.94.
Scott's excellent in the lane. There's War Boys.
21.
He's right there
Right
on him.
behind him. Oh, look at that. So War Boys pitted lap 6. James Scott has just pitted now lap 20. And we have got 7 minutes left of racing. Is War Boys got enough left in his tyres and enough fuel left as well to put on some pressure here?
See as well, Stacey Boyd and Will Brown, their battle is continuing on just ahead of James Scott, although these guys need a pit stop. So War Boys maybe held up by the traffic a little bit. He's going to have to try and chase down James Scott at this stage. But he will have a nice and quick car with the light fuel load in this thing. But the question is, did Scott take tyres? If he didn't, then War Boys may be on the fresher tyres at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking at this battle down the bottom here with Coleman. I think his pace has just sort of dropped off because he got stuck in those battle packs all the way through. So that early pit at lap 9 has cost him a fair bit of time.
Stone Street and Gray are in the pit lane. So they come in and drop down spots. We'll see where Lobby and Leonage end up in comparison to Scott and War Boys when they pit. James Scott at the inside of Stacey Boyd gets the job done at turn 1. So Boyd tucks him behind and will continue his battle with Will Brown, but we expect him to need a pit stop very, very shortly. As War Boys has only lost around about 0.6 of a second to James Scott across that last lap.
Yeah, he's done really well. Tell you what, Coleman and Urquhart having a great little battle down the bottom. Oh, Coleman's trying to inside line. No, it didn't quite work. But then he's got Billy Mole on the back of him as well, putting pressure too. So he's got to watch both front and back at the same time.
So the chase down is on for Blake War Boys. When does Rehan Leonage come into pit lane? It's right now. Leonage in. What about Darren Lobb? We're 34 3/4 minutes into it. This was the maximum they could go.
Lobby's in as well.
He is. So
Lobby's
James Scott,
well. Let's see.
He should come past them.
Cam to the pits. You can have the boys on the track, and let's see how they come out. Lobby's there at the moment.
So Scott comes past. What about War Boys? He gets them both, and he goes to provisional P2. Leonage comes out P3. Lobb's going to come out.
Yep.
Or maybe P4, but Mulford's right there. Mulford's gotten past him. He pit on lap 4, remember?
Yep. Done well. Done really well. Great bit of work there. War Boys actually come out of this pretty good. He's got three seconds on Leonage here at the moment, and he's putting the pressure on Will Brown. So Will Brown would have to do the team thing here and slow him down a bit if he can.
That's if he can.
If he can, that's what I said.
It's going to be quite an effort. Coleman alongside Urquhart through turn 2 and 3 up towards 4 and 5. Well, Urquhart's car just looking super skatey through there.
Yeah,
back
it
into
was. Coleman's a lot more settled.
Yeah. Stone Street's now got past Schroeder.
He changed. Was that Dylan Gray having a massive dive?
No, that was his teammate Jack Andrews, I think, having a dive on Dodsey.
Tell you what, can you guys, I don't know if everyone viewing out there can hear the engines of these cars like in this thing. Here we go. We've got Will Brown in there. So this is going to change it a bit more as well. This is putting War Boys on the podium. Leonardi in the fourth. Lobby is going to come out and so fifth.
Oh,
not
War
too
Boys
bad.
is saving. War Boys is saving at this stage. So he's not being able to push as hard in behind the Yank Stacey Boyd. James Scott now leads the race, 4.9 seconds is the gap. So it looks to be James Scott to have this win in hand for a double win here tonight, but War Boys will still lead the championship. He comes past Stacey Boyd down towards turn 6.
This is a great little battle on the bottom here. Coleman's having a great bit of fun.
This is arguably Coleman's best drive in a while, even though he's down 11 spots.
I think the last few weeks he's coming back to some form. It's been good to see him back on track doing so well. Well, last 2 weeks, last week and this week. Because he only just came back from being out injured, I think it was. Who we got left to pit? We've got left to pit is Stacey Boyd.
Andrew Cowan.
Andrew Cowan.
Billy Mole. So Boyd's in. Does Cowan come in this lap?
They have to come in soon. There's only, oh god, there's 3 minutes. There's 2 minutes left. Is Cowan going to be able to come all the way through without going to the pits?
Seen
Surely
him do it
not.
before.
Surely not.
This wouldn't be the first time he's done it. Billy Mole's in the lane. Cowan's going another lap as he comes past Stacey Boyd right on exit. So the battle for P10's on. You can see Lawford and Will Brown. Their battle continues.
He just came out of the pits then.
That was Stacey Boyd.
Oh, he's crossed the white line straight out. I reckon he's going to get a bad pit exit.
Well, he may not have. You don't have to follow the white line all the way down the edge of the track. You can come out pretty much straight away.
Are you sure about that? Isn't there a line where it tells you can?
No, not really. It's like we'll have a look at it down the straight when James Scott comes past.
I'll have a look at his bottom screen. On the inside there, what a move. Oh, he's taking Billy Mole out wide. Oh, look at that. There's 3 of them fighting for an inch of space there. Coleman has just got past these boys finally and just starting to rip away from them. Now he's in the back of Cowie. Cowie's fuel saving, so it won't be long before dispatches Cowie. Blake Urquhart's just gone off track and he's back on.
Is basically where the blue cone is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah. So the blue cone is...
Yeah, he could come out.
Oh, really? Oh, are you sure about that?
Yeah, yeah. It's a later... It's a very, very short pit exit.
Yeah. Coleman's taking Cowie on the outside. This is the difference of fuel saving and being able to push the car.
Oh, Lawford's in the lane again. There's a crash on the straight.
No.
That was Stacey Boyd.
No, I've got... Oh, Randall's in. Lawford's out. Who's crashing them?
Stacey Boyd.
What's he done?
I'm about to find out. I think this might be a self-spin.
Wasn't that?
So final corner. Oh, he had Doble on his inside. Oh, he got a helping hand from Doble into the wall.
Yeah. It looks like they both did a jigger while the cars in front were sort of swerving a little bit, and maybe.
We're right at the race end, Sinker. Checkered flag. James Scott is going to take the win in race number 2. Blake Warboys is going to come home in P2 at an epic battle to the end with Rehan Leonage. Warboys will continue to lead the championship as himself and Leonage make up the podium. Lobby will come home P4. Mulford comes round the final corner just ahead of Troy Stone Street. He will come home inside the top 5 with Stone Street home in P6. Schroeder will come home in P7 with Will Brown, David Coleman and Dylan Gray making up the top 10.
Oh, mate. I tell you what, James Scott was on some fire tonight, mate. He was pretty much pulling 6/10 a lap on Warboys then. Leonard's got himself on the podium. Great effort there as well. These boys have got some serious giddy up.
I mean, Leonage, what a race he had, did the young fella. Finds himself on the podium once again, as does Blake Warboys, our championship leader in this race here this evening. So, a couple of big boys on the podium of Scott, Warboys and Leonage, and Warboys will continue to lead the championship.
Tell you what, lots of fun, lots of fun. What do we got here? Auxiliary Schroeder. Well done, all the lads. Very heavy. Nice work, lads. Yes, nice work out there. And thank you to the viewers for coming out. Have we got anything that we're supposed to give away that we haven't given away? We've done all 4?
No, we've done 3. We've done the soldering iron, the gloves. I think we did 2 pairs of gloves. We didn't do the pry bars. So come and watch.
Doing burnouts in the side pan.
Come and watch on Tuesday night. Come and watch on Tuesday night to win some pry bars.
Tell you what, yeah. We can always give them away tomorrow night. Doesn't really matter. We've got plenty of time to give stuff away. Here we go. No more incidents. Everything's clear in the safety control, and they're all checking out over there, mate. Anyway, love the racing. A lot of fun. A lot of chatter going in about newtons and force feedback and all that sort of stuff. People are trying to, I don't know, educate each other, which is good. I'm loving it. Who's this on our screen right now, mate?
At the moment, we've got young
Leonage
Leonage as we wait for the drivers to come in.
It's funny. It's like I keep expecting that we're going to do all these big interviews on a Sunday night, and then I remember that it's only one class on a Sunday night.
Yep.
Here we go. Mr. Leonage is in the room already.
We'll have a quick chat to him first.
Yep.
Mr. Rehan Leonage, congratulations on P3 on the road this evening. You worked hard to defend and try and attack the back end of Blake Warboys in the end, but couldn't quite get there for the P2 on the road tonight. How was your race, though, from your point of view?
Yeah, it was good. The different fuel strategies that came in with the safety cars in the second race was interesting. But yeah, P4, I'll take that. Oh, sorry, P3.
You've done well, mate. You've done well. You started at the back of the grid for the first heat. How was that coming through the pack?
Yeah, it was actually quite fun. Whole bunch of people taking each other out, which was quite easy to gain some positions from that. But yeah, there's always good fun with that. That was the one that I got P4 in. So
yeah,
pretty happy.
Yeah. You got a great fight up all the way up the line from all the way to the back. I think it was Lobby was right behind you as well at that point too. So you guys had the biggest move for the night. Any other big races you've had this weekend? No enduros or anything like that? You've just been relaxing?
Yeah, I've had athletics yesterday and today. Nothing on the sim.
Good to see, mate. Good to see you get out and about a bit as well. It's the racing tonight. The pace that James had out there was ridiculous. I think he was like about, on average, around, I think, 4/10 out there. He was just in the groove on his own in the clean air. Big difference being in the clean air and chasing.
Yeah, definitely. Scott always has really good pace, so good job to him. Yeah, and also haven't put a whole bunch of effort into this track. So probably could have had a bit more, but yeah, it was definitely mega fast.
For us, the most important thing was, as long as it was fun, then it was awesome. Because if it's not fun, you don't get the pace out of it anyway, mate. Well, it's good to see everything's going well and you're having good fun out there racing. Who supports the team and gets you out on track?
Yep, I'd like to thank Hybrid Racing Simulations, Melbourne Hydrographic Stepper, Prestige Cinematography, Aramex Australia, DHF Tyres, RSW Graphics, Bubbles and Balloons, and Phoenix Driver Development. Just did the setups and stuff for the next track just before this race. So, yeah, always on that. Hit us up on Facebook or Discord if you can't find that. And yeah, we'll set you up with something. And thanks to the admin and race control, 2 safety cars, whole bunch of incidents must have been pretty difficult, and you guys for putting on the show.
Mate, we have a ball. You don't need to thank us. We just thank you drivers out there for putting on the show for us. So we've got something to show off. So well done, mate. Congratulations and excellent effort. And see you next week for some more fun.
Yep, thanks guys. See you.
Next up, we have our P2 on the road this evening, Mr. Blake Warboys. Mr. Warboys, congratulations on another double podium for yourself here tonight. You've also kept yourself the lead of the championship off the back of this race as well. What was the racing like for you out there? You took an early pit stop, rolled the dice a little bit by giving up a little bit of track position for some fuel strategy. How was the racing through the pack for you after those safety cars?
Yeah, it was very interesting. I got spun on that second safety car, so I was at the back, so rolled the dice, see where we could end up. And then, yeah, had to save fuel while trying to cut through the pack, which was quite tricky, but everyone was quite respectful, lots of racing room, so no, it was good. Good to finish P2. Didn't think we'd be on the podium, so happy with P2.
Now, for someone who claimed they may not be here for the whole season, you haven't missed a race thus far. I feel like we've caught you in a lie a little bit here. Are we going to see you next week when we head out to Portugal?
Bit of poker, mate. Bit of poker.
Oh, yeah. There's just so much going on at the moment, trying to prepare for the new bub and that sort of stuff. You just don't know. So try to get here every week. We got our baby shower, not next weekend, the week after, along with Scops. So who knows what could happen. I've got the bloody full house here that Sunday. So not sure if I'm doing Scops, not sure if I'm doing this. So we'll see what happens. Definitely here next week, though. I'll have to learn that track. I might do it during the week, though. I'll try not to do it on the night like I have been doing. But yeah, nah, just playing each week as it comes, and hopefully I can hold on to P1. A bit more incentive now that, you know, I've been able to stick at the top for so long.
Well, I was going to say, that might be the incentive to do do 2 weeks on Sunday instead of doing Scops, because you're actually leading the championship. So that might be the more beneficial outcome for yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing fairly well on Scops too. I think I'm 5th or something. So, you know, it's a half a dozen one way or the other. Mate. So, you know, it's cool to be up front in Scops, but it's also cool to be leading this championship as well. So, you know, we'll just see what happens.
Quick one for you. Did you do some sort of sim racing gender reveal for the baby?
No, we didn't do any gender reveal or any sort of that sort of stuff. Probably should have, but
no pink.
Could have done it with a go-kart. Should have done it with a go-kart. That would have been kind of cool. But I don't have a car powerful enough to do burnout. So
nice work, mate.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're actually ripping it up and doing really well, mate. Driving tonight was sensational. Nice and clean passing. You worked your way through all the headaches everywhere. Had the spin at the pointy end, and most important thing is consistency in this series, getting out the pointy end all the time, and you're doing all the right things, mate. So, well done, mate. I'd wish I could. I said to Hamish during the show, I wish I had 1/10 the skill you had, so I could go out there and mesh it up with you boys. But congratulations. Who gets you out on track, mate? WKMP guys, and supports you.
So massive thanks to the team, WKMP Sim Sports, for all their support. Woodnoga Carts and Parts, Chubby Buns, Burgers, Super Cheap Order and the Super Cheap Group, Pool Guys Adelaide, Barella Cabinets, LGC Images, Dave 37 Racing, Warboys Motorsports, Send It Don't Bend It, Ampere, and the broadcast team and everyone that puts on SRW. It's a really fun series to be a part of.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, and good luck for the rest of the season, and maybe a coin toss next Sunday night, see which race you do.
See how we go. I'll get a coin or something ready.
All right,
take care, mate.
Have a good week, mate.
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
See you next week.
Too easy. Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll drag in our race winner here this evening. Mr. James Scott returned to the series and returned to the top of the podium. A double win for yourself here this evening. Mate, you were you rocketed ahead in race 1, and then you had all the work to do in race 2. What was the thoughts after those 2 races?
Yeah, no, the car was really good. no practice before tonight. I haven't driven here for a few years, so wasn't sure what to expect. But got some confidence up after a really solid race one. Knew the car was fast, so race two was a lot going on, and especially in those first few laps. Almost got taken out, involved in someone else's crash. I think it was Blake that was spinning backwards off into the sand and almost clipped my back, but luckily got away with that. And car was really fast.
Now we didn't see your fuel saving too much when you're up the front end. At least we didn't catch it that often. But you came in a couple laps before Rehan and Lobby did, but you managed to actually find yourself still back in the provisional lead, even after Warboys had to make his way through the field after an early pit stop. Next week with Portimao, it could be a very similar scenario. I mean, have you had much practice around that track, or is it going to be a little bit similar to tonight where you rock up and you just try and get some practice in as much as you can?
Yeah, no, I haven't really. I don't think I've ever done a race there. If I haven't, it would only be a few laps. But yeah, no. Obviously, I think it's one of those newer tracks to the service in the last few builds. So yeah, I don't think many people have done a lot of laps there. But I've certainly don't think I've done many, if not any. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
So can we expect just quickly? Can we expect the classic Scott Rudd team up of Lobs to race in the Sandown 500 at the start of December?
Yeah, no, that could be on the cards. Pretty busy at the moment with a few things going on, but I did see there was a vote going on around running Gen 3 or something, so you might have to hit up Ruddy for a co-drive.
I was about to ask you. We had Leonardo's join last season, and we were like, man, we're gonna have to get some fast boys out here to give him a bit of a battle out there. And the War Boys came back, and then you joined up, and now you've just torn the pants off these two boys in both races that you came through. Who might have to get on the race circuit to give you a bit of a beating up?
Probably Madison down.
Yeah, no, it's always good. I've raced both of those guys that you mentioned in other series, so good to see those guys out there. But no, it's won't always be as straightforward as it might seem. It's always hard work. So that's good fun.
Well, look, it's a lot of fun watching you boys battle it out, especially to get that lead position. It seems to be whoever out of the three of you gets that lead position, gets that clean air, tends to run away with it a bit. But it's always fun to watch you guys put on a spectacular show for me and Hamish to call, and it's a lot of fun to do. Who gets James Scott out on track, mate, and supports you out on a weekly basis in the sim world?
Yeah, obviously thanks to all the guys at Lobs Esports. Couldn't do without them. It's been really positive this year. We've obviously Gen 2 cars coming to an end. The news a few days ago about Gen 3 coming out, but we've really made strides forward just through hard work with the team and the knowledge that we have going around, which has been awesome to see such late into a current into the generation of car that we have at the moment. And obviously Raco Performance doing okay, and Hybrid Racing Simulations, couldn't do without those guys. Admins, league admins, thanks to those guys for putting on the show each and every week, and you guys for the broadcast.
Well, James, thank you so much for coming to have a race with us here this evening. Thanks for coming to have a chat to us as well. Congratulations on your double win. Best of luck next week out at Portimao. If we see you on track, and if not, we look forward to seeing how you go when you next join us here in SRW.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, mate.
Well, Sinker, another round done and dusted. Dodsey's chirping up in the
that was
chat.
round 5.
Yep.
Round 5. We've got round 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 to go. Oh, that is unbelievable.
Yep.
And
4 rounds.
We're
4 weeks away from the Sandown 500.
I know. How crazy is that? This is going to be what a way to finish a year too. And tell you what, these boys just never surprise. The driving quality, all not just this season in this series, but all series we've got at the moment. The driving quality has been absolutely nuts. Really good. I think Thursday night was a bit crazy with the super sprint, but we expect that with the
maybe slag off the super sprint. Maybe the new super sprint can be 2 30-minute races. How about that?
Well, they've already got a sprint, which is a
20
2040.
and a 40, but maybe the super sprint can be the 30 and the 30.
Yeah.
Same distance.
The I think we should call it the tornado round or something like that, because it's like a tornado.
It's the
out
natural
there, mate.
disaster round of GR86.
Yeah, exactly. SES mode.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will bring it into our show here this evening. Thank you so much for joining us once again. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here on SRW TV. Big thank you goes out to all of our series sponsors, including Warren & Brown Tools, for their continued support on the Tuesday night V8 Supercars Series and the Sunday night V8 Supercars Championship, to Cooler Master for their support on the Wednesday night Super Formula Championship, and to Shannon's Insurance for their support on the Shannon's Toyota GR86 Nationals on Thursday nights. Those being our total sponsors. We also want to thank our other sponsors, NeuroPower, DSL Rail Services, Shunt Scenery, and Grim Industries, home of the V8 coffee table, which can be seen on Top Gear Australia over on Prime Video in the news, interviews, and other studio segments. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been round 5 of Season 4 of 2024 of the Warren & Brown Tools V8 Supercars Championship at Mobility Resort Motegi. I've been Hamish Munro, joined as always by Steve Sinkovic. We'll see you guys Tuesday night out in the sun of Portugal for round number 6. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
This is amazing. I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because, tell you what, Bruce Tanak and Jamie Dyke